Hey guys, I've been working on the base a little bit, and as you can see, hopefully you can see, the original foundations didn't allow me to build a fully square shape, and nor would it allow me to get the entire way to the side to the mountain, which we expected. And I think when we were doing the first video, I said I wasn't going to make it with the foundations I had. I thought I'd be able to knock some of these out, but I think really I'm going to have to keep them all. So what I've done is I've started to fill out the foundations. I decided to use stone because I think it looks better with the snow. Again, I don't expect anything to come attack me, and I'm trying to use as few of these pillars as possible and still get as far out as possible. You know, if I have to be able to build over the top of this, or it's pretty much useless. So we're finishing that up right now, and then we will go and flatten up that top so that we can start putting some walls on. The next step is really to put a big cube up there. I've got to even this thing out. You can see it's not even whatsoever right now. I've really just been trying to get across to the top first, that edge there, so I can decide how wide this entire cube structure is going to be. Thank you, Mr. Game. I can't see anything now. Anyway, I'll come back when it's not foggy and I've got this base finished, bottom part finished. So why did we do that? Why did we not put out more foundations like we started with? Well, it's pretty easy, guys. 1 second. The truth of the matter is you have to have connecting foundations. You can't have put down foundations and put down another group of foundations. Each set of foundations has to connect. Otherwise, you cannot continue your building. So I have to continue the lower part to continue the floating portion above. That's the reason we're doing it the way we're doing. I've got the rest of my metal parts up top, and we're heading up there right now to get the rest of the parts and to show you that part of the build. As you can see, I did do the thing where I talked about the department store. It's running behind us. And I'll see you in a bit. Alright, so here we are at the top of the base. I think I'm going to turn the gamma up, guys. Just a little bit. I did put these in so that an encumbered person can walk around, because otherwise it'd be a little difficult to build this. And I should be able to straighten this entire edge out now. Well, now that we've cleaned up that bottom part with those foundations, which you can see under there, we can go ahead and straighten out this edge. And we've got that finished. We got this straight, except for some reason this little 2-block spot right here. I'm going to have to go down and throw a pillar down there to make this little spot lock down. And then after we've done that, we can continue our connection from our elevator to this bridge. To the mountain, rather. You can see I connected. You can go 4 straight across, and I connected like that, but that doesn't allow me to hook the top part up because it still needs the 2 across pillars. So I'll put another pillar in right here, and I'll just hook that in, 2 away from this other one, like all the other pillars. No big thing. And that will let us finish off this portion of the floating top. And now it's time to come across from our elevator to that mountain. And we're going to do that the same exact way I've been going. We're just going to, go about, I think we'll go 4 across. I think 4 across will be nice. All the way across. And I think we will make that our bird hanger, the top of that mountain, our bird hanger. So there'll be a bit of a larger size over there. That's not the original intention of the base, but I think it'll look cool, so we'll go ahead and do that. Alright guys, so I'm doing my shadowing on the bottom here. And I considered this a little bit, and I don't think I need anything but these foundational lines. The others, I believe, are just filler. So I'm going to try running just the foundational lines and seeing how that works. I've run these out pretty far. They're really close to the center of this island thing now. This mountain piece. You can see I'm quite a bit under this caldera. I'm right next to the secondary water cave. And I'm going to go up top and see if this works. So if you remember, guys, I started to just put down these central foundational supports under there. I think you can actually see them. No, you really can't. And it seems to be allowing me to drop these just fine. So all you need is the foundations, and they just need to be attached to the original building. So that's going to save me a lot of material going forward, because I can just build a skeleton coming off of that center pad to finish off the rest of the square. Because I don't see a reason to have the central pad really. And I'll just connect this in all the way to the building here. I was hoping this would be straight on, but obviously I was off a little bit. And from here, I mean, I'm almost there. A couple more on the bottom and I'm there. So there you have it. There's a pathway all the way to the side of the mountain. As you guys can see, this is what hitched me up on that upper part. I am dead center on this point, but obviously this point is not the same as the actual top of the mountain. So although I centered out really nicely on this probing little spot here, that wasn't the center. I'm going to live with that. Not going to try to, jigger this around any more than I did. But I wanted to show you that real quick. Alright guys, so here's where we're at so far. Like I said, I gotta square this up. I'll use a skeleton build underneath to square this up. I did try to attach to the mountain a bit better on this end using a foundation, but I'm not sure I like that. And the foundation doesn't actually attach to the rest of it. It's just sort of filling that space. So I'll see if I do that. I might just decide to go up and run some slope ceilings up. See how that works out. So we've got up the top, and a long time ago I put this sign up here. Easter Bunny will be king of the penguins. I think we're getting there. I think we're getting to the penguin king level. I've thickened this up a bit more, this square. I think we're up to approximately the size this is going to be. I've got to even the sides out a bit more, but they're getting there. Oh, looks like someone's dynamo died. It's odd because it's up in a volcano. Anyway, I've got to thicken up the back piece especially. This is not quite as wide as the front still. And obviously, it looks to me like this side needs to be a bit longer as well. But once we get that done, I think the central base section is finished. Someone showed me some cool things to do decorations-wise, and I might play with that. He had some amazing design ideas. I don't know if I can pull them off in the air. He managed to put in a lot of nice diagonals into his floor, which is really neat. I liked it a lot. So we may attempt that. Alright guys, so I had to do some crazy quilt stuff down here to make this corner buildable with these, pillars floating up in the air. It looks pretty stupid, honestly. That's actually closed down, believe it or not. That I know it looks like it's not hitting the ground at all, but it is. And that allowed us to finish the top square. That is the start of the actual base proper, and I think I finally have it fully square. I'll take a quick look with you guys. You can tell me if you agree. I didn't think making a square would be a pain in the butt, but it was a pain in the butt. So we have our square. We have the start of a bridge across to here. Although, to be honest, this may just be removed completely because it's not really where I want it to be. I actually want this to be higher in the air. So I have some ideas. This was supposed to be originally midway up this cube. So I might still do that and then build down to this point. But for now, this will let me get back and forth. It's a really expensive back and forth, but it will let me get there. So that's where we're at so far. I need to go make another, billion zillion parts, and then we'll come back to this. Alright guys, that's all the building I'll be doing today. I lost somehow my plesiosaur and half of my water creatures, so I gotta replace all those. I'll see you another time. Thanks for watching.